Hello everybody, it's time for another edition of ZBESTDIY, camera restoration and repair YouTube videos for vintage cameras. And today we are going to be reviewing and going over the Yashica Auto Up attachment, close-up attachment for the Electro 3.5 camera series, started way back in 1966. This attachment enabled the Electro 3.5s to be able to close in on the focus to about 18 to 32 inches. This was the kind of the latest and greatest thing in the day, and this would attach right on the front of a nice electro camera and allow you to do close-up focusing. We got this one in pretty good condition. This even has the user's guide, the original equipment user's guide for this particular black model. They did have a chrome version that was utilized. But we've got this one that goes with a, say for instance, a black GT or one of the Electro cameras, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. But this was actually written in 3 different languages, actually. The manual is in pretty good condition. Kind of describes how to use this. They came with cases. This case was the fold-over case that it came in. Very nice case. It had what the unit, what it contained on there. But they also made a leather version too that has a leather flip over. And really nice units. It was a nice attachment to have for your Electro. I'll show you what that looks like. I have a 1966 Electro 3.5 Professional. This was a very nice camera that came out after the 1966 version of the 3.5. In that same year, they came out with the professional model. A little faster film speed, a little better lens, and the electronics were a little bit better. They, at the end of '66, they started gold plating the contacts, which later the Electros morphed into the Electro 3.5 G series, the G, GTs, GS, GTN, and GSN. But this is the kind of the difficult to find 1966 Electro 3.5 Professional, and I'll show you how this the attachment goes on. This just screws on right here. It just goes right over the lens. You open up this screw, and this would fit right over the top. And then you would level that out and tighten this, just finger tight, so that this would not come off. And then you had a unit that would allow you, by looking in your regular viewfinder, which was kind of neat, it allowed you to do close-up photography of nature or small models, or to make duplicate copies if you wanted to make photographed copies of documents, books, paperwork, and things of that sort. Kind of really an interesting piece if you take a look at that and see how that was arranged. Many of the cameras in this day was the Canons, Minoltas, and Leicas, and a number of other cameras, rangefinder cameras. They would use the same system, this auto-up system. So it was quite prevalent in the day. Really terrific, and makes for a nice attachment. you can also look through the viewfinder and look right through this glass, and you're seeing exactly the same thing. So your focusing was not affected by that. You could focus using your rangefinder target inside, and it worked really well. I'm going to take this off of our Yashica Electro 3.5 Professional. If you have an opportunity to ever photograph with one of these, I highly suggest it. They're very, very nice cameras. They have some nice weight to them, and they take terrific pictures. The Yashica Yashinon DX lenses were just fabulous, sharp, articulate, colorful, really, really great optics, as much of the Yashica products were, you know, in the day. I'm going to put this aside over here, and what I would recommend when you get you know, a optical piece like this is just to get a little bit of air. You give it a little dusting on the front and on the back as well. I'll set that aside, and it's also a good idea maybe to give it a shot, you know, inside to get the dust out of the container that the Yashica Auto Up comes in. And if it has any, you know, smudges, you might want to take your lens cloth, or your Zeiss cloth in this case, and, you know, and just give it a once over, nice cleaning there. To get any marks off, so that get some really nice close-up views of whatever you might be photographing with these. These are very good lenses. They're very sharp, and they don't really take away from any of the quality that that is on the original Yashica cameras that they're made for. And you can also use these on a couple of other cameras as well. What I've experimented with is I've used these on the Konica Auto S 1.6 and also the Auto S2s, and they have a similar 55mm attachment here. So you can use those, and they work very well with that as well. I'm sure there's other cameras as well, but that's the one that I've experimented with to try this out. But in any event, this was the Yashica Auto Up Auto Close-Up for Electro 3.5 attachment from 1966, going back a long ways, and this is in very, very good condition. These are really terrific pieces, and they take some great photos when you use them in conjunction with your Electro 3.5 cameras, such as the Yashica Electro 3.5 Professional. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks. You have a good day now.